Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to Livestream Tuesday, the time of the month when I just go live and see who's online. So let's split the screen in two and see if any comments are going to come up at any point today. Hopefully it'll work. One time it didn't actually work, but it seems to be working. We've got John B and Ty. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. So, I'm going to be starting this show just by saying thanks to my patrons. There's a few new names on there, if you saw some new names. So, hi guys, thanks for your support, massively appreciated. And another thing actually is last Tuesday, I said that I passed 10,000 subscribers, which was absolutely amazing, just a great kind of figure to hit. And this week I can say it's over 12,500 subscribers, so that's about 2,500 in a week. So things are looking good and on the up and stuff. So thank you everyone for tuning in and for commenting on the videos and watching them, and just kind of interacting. It's much appreciated, and for suggesting videos in the first place, because if they weren't requested then I wouldn't have anyone to look at. So thank you so much guys for that. Okay, so today I'm going to start probably with a little bit of Kansas. I did a cover of Carry On My Wayward Son, which was a little while ago, but I kind of remixed it a little bit, made it sound a little bit better than the original kind of one that I put on YouTube. So we're going to start with Carry On My Wayward Son, my kind of version of it. And I can still see the comments when videos are online, so I'll sometimes jump in just to comment on some things. But yeah, I shall get this going now. I hope you guys like it. This is my version of Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. Rock! Okay, Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. Let's do this. Rock! Carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. As I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion, I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming, I can hear them say, carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. Oh no. Masquerading as a man with a reason, my charade was the event of the season. If I claim to be a wise man, it surely means that I don't know. On a stormy sea of moving emotions, tossed around I'm like a ship on the ocean. I set the course for winds of fortune, but I hear the voices say, carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. Carry on, you will always remember. Carry on, nothing equals a spender. Now your life's no longer empty. Surely heaven waits for you. And there was my customary sign off of Rock. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was quite a fun one to get down just because I really love that riff, and it sounds even better, in my opinion, a little bit heavier. So it's a little bit detuned as well. But yeah, that's Carrying On My Way with Sun by Kansas, obviously. I might actually play one of my covers that I did of. It's actually a computer game. It's something that I used to play a lot of. When I was younger. I say when I was younger, it was probably like when I was in my early 20s, so yeah, just a big kid really. But this was a game called Oblivion, which is like Elder Scrolls, and I sometimes do like to play some games now and again in between guitar practice and doing everything, but unfortunately nowadays I don't have much time to play because I'm just doing this kind of thing all the time. But I thought I would do a cover of the theme for the game, so it was just an excuse really for me to get my guitar out and just start doing some tapping and other stuff with a song that I kind of recognised, or at least a theme that I knew well. And I used to play this quite a lot. But I'm going to put this up now anyway so you guys can hear it. And if you don't know the game, this is called Oblivion, and this is the theme from that game. And if you do know the game, then I hope you like my interpretation of the theme. But this is a game theme. I hope you guys like it with me playing the guitar. So that was my kind of fun cover of Oblivion, the game that I spent much too long playing in amongst my guitar practice when I was younger. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't know it, it was probably a little bit weird to see all the game stuff as well. But I thought I'd use some of the game footage in the background as well, so people who did play would actually be able to see it and kind of recognise it a little bit. But right, I'm going to move on now to the Riff of the Week, which comes out on Sundays. And this one was a little bit of an easy one because a couple of weeks ago I did one that was actually a little bit more difficult, and I think only a couple of people got it. So this is going to be the Riff of the Week for this Sunday. And if you guys want to guess it, then as you know, if you watched this before, you just get the award of just feeling smug, really. There's nothing else that you get, but this is the Riff of the Week, and this is number 90. So this is the 90th week of these that I've done so far, and have a listen and see if you know what it is. And that was it. So blink and you'll miss it, but that was the Riff of the Week. and I'm gonna keep a lookout just to see if anybody gets it. And we've got 2 answers. Well, Pearl Jam and Even Flow. So between Nick and Joseph, you both got it, but one person didn't get the band and the name of the song, which is kind of what I'm looking for. But I guess I'm going to give that to Nick, and I guess Nick and Joseph. Well done. So you guys got it very quickly, and everybody else is a little bit behind. But I'm going to play now. I was going to play actually one of my own kind of original tracks from my album, but before I do that, I'm going to see if I can get up on screen a picture that I was sent, and this is from Chrissy over on Twitter, and I'm going to try and see if I can get this up on screen now, if it comes up. Here we go. So this is Chrissy, and Chrissy's with Dizzy Reed of Guns N' Roses. So Dizzy plays keys for Guns N' Roses, and Dizzy is holding a Wings of Pegasus album. So Dizzy has managed to get his hands on an album at the bottom of the screen there, and those are available if you want an album like Dizzy's got. Those are available at wingsofpegasus.com/store, and it's called Persistence, and that's my original album that's kind of out there, and it's also on iTunes and Amazon as well. So Dizzy's got his hands on one of those, so that's cool. Hopefully you might be listening to it now, who knows. But it's kind of a cool picture, so thanks for Chrissy for sending that in, and eagle-eyed people will see that he's holding one of my CDs, which is super epic and super cool. So I'm now going to move on to play one of the original tracks from that album that Dizzy is holding, and this one is called Unwanted Stranger, and it's from the album Persistence, which you can find on the internet, iTunes and Amazon, and the places that I just said. But I hope you guys like it. This has got a kind of lyric video to it as well, so you guys can follow what's going along with the vocals. But this is my original track called Unwanted Stranger.
Told me something about you that I didn't want to know. Look me right in the eye, and then you placed your head on my shoulder. This position that you put me in, you're on a mission to take my world from around me. Wide awake, I worry my
There we go, and that was my track called Unwanted Stranger. And it's funny actually, when I was recording it, when I played that very last riff, I did actually just pull out the jack, and I thought actually it sounds quite cool. So that was then put as the last album track. So then the album finishes by pulling the jack out of the guitar, because that's it over. So yeah, I thought it sounded quite cool, but people might disagree with me. But it's one of those ones that I just kind of wanted to keep it in for that kind of final end to the album. But that was Unwanted Stranger. That's from my album Persistence. I hope you guys liked it. There's loads of other songs on there. Obviously, if you want to head over to wingsofpegasus.com and check it out, it's in the store section. So yeah, I want to do another analysis video tonight as well, so I might have to call this quits pretty soon, because I want to try and leave myself open to do that tonight as well. I try and do one of those every night, as everyone out there might know. You might have noticed that I haven't missed a night in, I don't know, 3 months, maybe something like that. So I'm determined to kind of keep going. I'm one of these people that once I kind of set myself a target, I've got to hit it. So even if it means last night I was up till 5 because, long story, but my software wasn't quite working. And hopefully this is working okay. I still haven't asked if the sound's okay and that you can hear it clearly and stuff, because sometimes the backing music is a little bit too loud. I put on the backing music now, hopefully the levels are kind of okay and that you've been able to hear what I'm saying. But yes, I'm just going to have a little look down the comments because I haven't done that yet. Sterling says, how many subs now? There's 12,500, so it's gone up 2,500 since last week, which is really cool. Sterling was saying 123,000. Maybe you weren't asking me, you were asking about something else. But 12,000. So that's really great. That's really, I can't believe that many people are watching the videos. Another cool little thing that Uli John Roth watches the videos as well, which is a bit crazy that he even thinks that my opinion is that knowledgeable, or compared to him it's like ridiculous. I mean, he's like a god for guitar. I did a video on Uli and he mentioned about that. It's funny because when I was, it sounds stupid, when I was speaking with Uli, but he couldn't remember what that gig was, so I had to tell him that that was your first show in Brazil. And then he goes, oh right, fine, yeah. He's done so many shows. I mean, what a legend. But yeah, so he watches the videos, so that's super cool to have that kind of audience out there. And also all of you guys, just thanks for tuning in, for watching and for commenting and for suggesting videos as well. Like I just said, I'm going to try and do one of those tonight, so I'm probably going to keep this pretty quick and not go on for too long. Thanks Thomas for telling me the audio sounds good. That's fine. Hopefully I'm going to save these settings and hopefully it's just going to be a case of loading up, and then next week everything's going to be fine. But what I'm tending to find is that you set up everything as it was, and then for some reason it just goes haywire just before you're about to go live. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to be a whole live stream that hasn't broken or gone wrong at any stage. And it's almost up to 20 minutes now, so I should probably have to call this a day pretty soon. And Nick says, how old are you? And I'm 35. So this is another thing actually that I get on the internet, that some people say, oh, what do you know, these millennials? And I think that refers to people that have kind of been growing up in the kind of 2000s, whereas I was well ahead of that. I was growing up in the kind of late 80s. So unfortunately I was too young to really appreciate the music that was going on. But I then kind of got with it in terms of musical taste and stuff in the early 90s is when I started listening to Jimi Hendrix records. And yes, I was listening to records because we had all the Jimi Hendrix albums on vinyl and loads of other stuff actually as well. And I also had a Van Halen tape that I just played the hell out of in the early 90s. So yeah, that was my listening at the time. But yes, so 35. I've been around for a little while. I've been playing live since I've been 19. So and that'll be 16 years of playing, being out there, and I've been lucky enough to actually do some really cool gigs. If you know at all the O2 in London, it's a pretty big place, so I managed to play there. Also Wembley Arena, which is cool as well. So yeah, I've played in some cool places, but never had kind of a big hit, I suppose. That would be cool. But I was asked to do these analysis videos, these kind of reaction videos, and yeah, they seem to have taken off here on YouTube. Another thing really is that the reaction videos that I do, or that I started doing, I saw Brian May do a reaction video, and that's what it was called. It was called Brian May Reacts 2, and he was watching somebody play or a band play, and he then analysed it, or he gave kind of pointers of what they were doing. And so that's how I started doing these reaction videos, and I called them reaction videos in terms of I'm reacting to this band or whatever. And then I then later, actually, I'd never seen a reaction video, and then I checked out, I typed it in because people were saying, this isn't a reaction video. So I typed in the reaction video, and I saw what they were, and it was just people watching the video and just like either going, oh my god, I can't believe how good that is, and like jumping up on a chair, or just doing something a bit weird. And I was waiting for the analysis, and I tried to check out the people who did the reactions of their band or their songs or their albums, or their kind of playing history, and I realised that it's just people. It's not an analysis. If I could, that's easy for me to say. It's not an analysis. It's just a reaction video. I don't really get them, really, to be honest, but I'm going to keep calling mine reaction videos, because that's what they are to me in the old school. I think YouTube has maybe given it a new meaning, where people think that you just watch a video and that's it, and there's no real experience at breaking it down. But that's what I kind of like to do, so I'm just going to keep them the same thing. It seems to be working at the moment, and also calling it a British guitarist makes it a lot easier to search for, so I think I'll keep that title as well. But anyway, I'm just going to probably call this a day, because I just started talking for ages there. And yeah, I just hope that people that watch these videos know that these are the old school reaction videos. They're not the kind of new ones. I'm not really particularly into the new style. I like to kind of watch things, and I find it interesting looking at players and looking at what they're doing and what makes that player a successful player. There's so many guitarists that have sold millions of records, and it's a case of, why has somebody who plays at home just as a hobby, why are they different to somebody who sold millions of records? And there's little things that you can pick out. And obviously I've been teaching guitar. That's another thing I didn't mention. I've been teaching guitar for about 15 years now professionally, so that's my day job. So I like to think that I can pick up on a few things that make a good player and a great player, and then a godlike player. So it's cool to kind of break it down. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. And just quickly, Larry says, improve lead playing advice. And I think that might be advice for lead playing. I always say that if there's one technique you can work on that is absolutely universal across any style of playing, it is vibrato. And I know people that see my videos will know that I talk about vibrato a lot, but you can apply vibrato to every style. Your blues, your jazz, your funk, everything, you can have vibrato. If you have that control of vibrato, it will make your playing sound confident, because you are in control. A lot of the times when people sound like their guitar isn't singing, or they're not in control of it, it's because their vibrato is like a subconscious. It's going at a speed that they can't control. So just control your vibrato on frets and also on bends as well, at the top of bends. If you can control that, then you're halfway there, because then you can get as technical as you like, but you can always emote and communicate through your guitar. So that's my top tip. As I said, if somebody forced me to only work at one technique, it would be that, because you can play slowly, you can play fast. The great players that can play really technically fast always end with great vibrato. And that's the key to their playing, is that they can have the best of all the worlds, be fantastically technically, but then also be great with the feel and the vibrato and that emotion that they put through their guitar. So that's my top tip for guitars, or at least lead playing. The other one would be just learn your shapes. Make sure that you can stay in key the whole time. What I do with my students when I teach is I kind of cheat, and I kind of take them right to the end of the textbook and show them a shape that incorporates all of the different scales but in one. So you don't have to search all over the place and you don't have to go in different modes. You can just apply it all to one shape. But as I said, I've been kind of playing a while. I've been teaching a long time as well. So I do cheat and just show them one shape that they can use in order to play in lots of different styles. But anyway, I don't want this video to go on for too long. So thank you so much for tuning in and for watching this as well. I'm going to do a video now, so that'll be out probably in about half an hour to an hour's time if this software works. But I will be here the same time next week as well. But I will see you guys next week, and I'll see you guys at the next video, and I'll see you guys at the Riff of the Week every Sunday as well. But have a great evening, and if you like the videos, please keep tuning in and hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, then please subscribe as well, because that really helps me out. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys later, and have a great week. Rock!